Okay. Chapter 9, as you know, we have started and we are on the penultimate session of this discussion on the 9th chapter. 29 shlokas we have already completed. Today, 30 and 31. And next Thursday, I think we will complete the 9th chapter. This 9th chapter, I think, is one of the most important chapters for any bhakt or any sadhak who has a spiritual goal. Because the knowledge, because it is called Raja Vidya, Raja Guyam, it is the most supreme knowledge, the most supreme secrets that Bhagwan is giving to Arjun and through Arjun to all of us. As I said earlier also, the Gita is like a mala, and the 9th chapter is the Meru bead, the most important bead in this entire text. And in this chapter, from the beginning, we are being told some updeshes which help us to navigate our spiritual journey, also to know where we stand in our spiritual journey, and gives us the way to put ourselves back on track in case we have just wandered off track. So, right in the beginning, when we did the 11th and the 12th shloka of this chapter, Bhagwan talked about the foolish people he calls Mudha, those who cannot recognize Bhagwan as the Bhut Maheshwaram, cannot recognize Bhagwan in all the Panchbhuts that there are, and more than that, the ones who cannot recognize Bhagwan as the self within us. So, what is the outcome for these Mudha people? We say, Bhagwan says it's a spiritual suicide. Then later he goes on to the 13th shloka of the chapter. There he talks the opposite, the Mahatmas, the noble-minded people. Who are these noble-minded people? They're the ones who have done good sadhana, purified their antakaran over several lifetimes, and because of that, they have overcome all their vasanas, their petty desires, and now they are ready for that eventual leap, self-realization. So that was Shlok 13. Then in Shlok 15, Bhagwan talked about those who worship through knowledge, Jnana Yagya. Remember that? They kindle the fire of knowledge within themselves and they worship the self in all. They also get liberated. They have the nishtha of Ekatvena. 20 and 21. Here Bhagwan talks about those who follow the Traividya. They follow the injunctions of the three Vedas. They do the rites according to the Vedas and they do all the karmakand. What is their gati? Their gati is that they will definitely attain Swarga. They will attain heaven. And once their brownie points finish there, they will have to come back to earth and start once again from the beginning. And then we came to the Meru of the Meru. 9th chapter is Meru of the Gita, and 22 is the Meru of the entire 700 shlokas. 22. Bhagwan talks of his beloved bhakts. What makes these bhakts so beloved to Bhagwan? What is their practice? Ananyas chintayanto ma, he says. They constantly think only of the divine. They have no other goals. They have no other distractions. Mam paryupasate. They worship me through all their actions. And nitya bhiyukta means they are constantly abiding in the self. What does Bhagwan do for them? Yogakshema. He provides, arranges for all their worldly needs. They don't have to worry about it. And he will protect whatever they have. This is all coming to us one by one in the 9th adhyay. That is why it is so precious. And today's shloka, which is the 30th one, Bhagwan tells us, now all this, something good is there in all. Of course, the mudhas, they are foolish, they can't help it, they are tamasic, they can't understand anything better. But the vilest of sinners, Bhagwan says, what about him? What will happen to this vilest of sinners? That is what Bhagwan is going to tell us in the 30th shloka of the 9th adhyay. Let's chant it. Api chetsu duracharo bhajate mamananyabhak sadhureva samantavya samyagvyavasito hisaha. Bhagwan says, even the vilest sinner who worships me with exclusive devotion, he should be regarded as a saint. Why? Because he has rightly resolved, meaning he is positive in his belief that there is nothing like devoted worship of God. So not only the ones who are big bhakts, not only the ones who are doing Gyan Yagya, not only the ones who have done so much lifetimes of Shuddhikaran, what about this lifetime when I have done so much sin, Durachar? What will happen to the one who is doing Durachar? Achar, is the way of life, how you live your life, your behavior. And Du is always a prefix which means bad. So the one Durachar means the one who has a unethical, adharmic life, and he is doing all the actions which are prohibited in the Shrutis and prohibited in the Smritis. So Bhagwan is saying this vilest sinner who is doing all this gadbad, he is going to worship me with exclusive devotion. Doesn't that sound like a contradiction in terms? Why would a vilest sinner worship Bhagwan, and that too with exclusive devotion? So we have to read between the lines. The Shastras tell us that this can only happen through the kripa of Guru or the kripa of Bhagwan. Only then can the vilest sinner change his track from this side and go into this side. And the best example that we have in our Shastras is the example of Maharishi Valmiki. Everyone knows it, but I will try and tell it again in brief here. So one day there was a man called Ratnakar, and he was in the jungle because his job was to rob any passerby, take their belongings, and along with that he would feed his family. So one day while he was in the jungle doing all this, his job of robbing, he heard someone shouting, Narayan, Narayan. So he didn't know who this person was, but he said, wow, I've got a nice bakra. I'm going to do some burglary here. I'm going to rob this man. So he stopped him. He didn't know it was Narad Muni. He said, give me all your belongings. Narad Muni, being Narad Muni, a divine being, he stayed calm. And instead of handing over things to him, he asked Ratnakar, why are you doing this robbery and all? Why are you wasting your life? Why are you doing this robbery? It's not a good thing. Ratnakar said, I have to do it. I have to do it. Why? Because I have to support my family. I have to get money so I can buy food for my family. So Narad Muni asked him, does your family approve of this job that you're doing? Does your family support your sin? Like you are saying you're doing it for them, but are they going to, share your karma for all this? He said, of course, they will definitely support me in this work that I'm doing. So Narad Muni said, look, I'm going to stay here. You go home, ask your family, will you support me? Will you share my karma? Because I am doing this job for you all, only to provide for my family. So he went and he asked them, and he was shocked to hear that not a single person in his family said, "We will share your karma." He says, "This is your job, these are your actions, you will have to bear the consequences of your actions. We will not, definitely not share your responsibilities in bearing the karma." Ratnakar got the biggest shock in his life. Tears welled up in his eyes. He ran back to Narad Muni, fell at Narad Muni's feet, and said, "I have understood for the first time where I'm going wrong. Please tell me what is the right path for me to take in my life, even though I have sinned right up till now." Narad Muni said, "Just chant the name of Bhagwan. Just chant Ram, 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 Ram." So Ratnakar sat down, closed his eyes, started chanting Rama, Rama, Ram. But his mind was so full of tamas that instead of Rama, 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 came out Mara, 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 Mara. He asked Narad Muni, "What should I do? I'm not getting Ram in my mind." When your mind is full of tamas, you cannot take Bhagwan's name properly. You cannot do Nam Smaran. You cannot do Japa properly. Bhagwan says, if only Mara, Mara, Mara is coming, chant Mara, Mara, Mara. Along with that, your Antakaran will get purified, and before you know it, the Mara, Mara will change to Rama, Rama, Rama. Ratnakar took this Updesh from Narad Muni as prasad from a guru, sat down and did not stop chanting. He gave up food, he gave up drink, water, everything. He gave up his family also, just sat down there engrossed in chanting. Years passed by, and an entire ant hill got formed over his body. Many years later, Narad Muni came back to the same jungle, and he heard from far the chants of Rama, 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 Rama. He went there and he was surprised to see that from an ant hill this chant is coming. So he slowly removed all the earth, the mud, soil that was collected over the body, and there he saw Ratnakar with Tej radiating from his being. Ratnakar opened his eyes and he found himself completely transformed. And Narad Muni then rechristened him Valmiki because he had emerged from a ant hill. That's the meaning of Valmiki. So he said, from now on, you have attained that purity. With this purity, go and guide other people. And Valmiki was the one who wrote the entire Ramayana. So what was that good luck that made the vile sinner Ratnakar worship Bhagwan with exclusive devotion? The word used in the shloka is Ananya Bhak. What is that? What is that good luck? The good luck was that through the grace of Bhagwan, Ratnakar got sanidhya of a guru. A guru is one who shows you the marg. The Sadguru is the one who will show you the marg to liberation. And that is what Narad Muni did for Ratnakar or Valmiki. But Bhagwan says in the shloka, readily he got, speedily. The word is Shipra. Speedily he got that grace. So what made Ratnakar get it so speedily, and why others have to wait for lifetimes or decades in their lifetime? What is the one that makes the thing happen? Shipra, speedily. First, according to me, Ratnakar recognized his durachar. Ratnakar recognized his moha, his delusion that whatever he had understood was wrong. That is the First part, if you don't think you're doing anything wrong, there is no way you can correct it to go right. So Durachar, he recognized this wrong path. Having recognized that, he surrendered unconditionally to Narad Muni, who he took immediately as his guru. With this unconditional surrender, Guru Kripa falls on you. And that Guru Kripa fell on Ratnakar because of unconditional surrender. The point to be noted is that the surrender should be unconditional. Bhagwan Shankaracharya calls this Kripa Guru Atma Prasad. From the Atma of the Guru comes the Prasad, which transforms speedily. Otherwise, it will take its time. Ratnakar realized what? That whatever you have done, that karma only you have to bear. One single moment, he got it. Having understood that, he made the resolve. Now, this resolve is very important also. So, first, recognize is important. Then you have to resolve that I will end my old ways of life. And having that, I will do penance, prayashchit. I will do prayashchit. I will do penance. And now, from now on, I will use the rest of my life towards going towards my highest spiritual goal. This is the crux of that. Speedily he got it. What do we normally do? We justify our adharma. We justify our wrongdoings. I have to do this like this. This is the way the world is. You have to do like this only. Otherwise, you can't earn money also. And I'm doing it not for myself. I'm doing for my family. But no one, this family is not going to share the karma that you will get of your adharma. Okay? This we have to bear only ourselves. Ratnakar understood that. He surrendered. He made the resolve. He followed the Updesh unconditionally. So that is why Bhagwan says such a person is called sadhu. So the word is sadhureva, truly good. Such a person is truly good who has rightly resolved. Samyagvya vasito. He has rightly taken the nishtha, rightly he has taken the decision. This is the old way. I was going into adharma. From this moment, I change my path. I go into dharma. What will be the outcome of such a resolve? That is what Bhagwan will tell us in the next shloka. Let's read it. Number 31. Here you come. Shipram. Shipram bhavati dharmatma shashvachantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi na me bhakta pranashyati. One Mahavakya comes in this shloka. Right from the beginning of this adhyay, in the very first shloka, Bhagwan told us, I am giving you supreme knowledge. And this supreme knowledge is a supreme secret. And when you understand this supreme knowledge and this supreme secret, and you will implement the Updesh that I'm giving you in this beautiful Adhyay, which no one should miss for anything in the world, you will be freed from the evil of worldly existence. What a guarantee! What a guarantee! Not only is this Adhyay an Adhyay of supreme knowledge and supreme secret, I would say this is an Adhyay of guarantee after guarantee. Guarantee after guarantee. Now here in 31st chapter, 31st shloka, Bhagwan is saying, Na me bhakta pranashyati. Wow. Means what? No devotee of mine will ever perish. Blanket guarantee. No devotee of mine will ever perish. This is a Mahavakya. Because it tells us that no matter where you are, no matter, on the maps you find you are here, in a mall or in the airport, you find you are here. No matter where you are, if you become the Bhakt of Bhagwan, you will reach your eventual supreme spiritual goal. How? Firstly, Bhagwan, let's understand Shipram. How fast is speedily? Someone recently asked me that question. How fast can I reach my goal? If you're in a car, how fast will you reach the destination? It depends what kind of car you are in, are you in a bus, are you in a train, are you cycling, are you in an auto rickshaw, are you in an aeroplane? What is your sadhan? What is your mode of transport? And how heavily has the driver pressed the accelerator? So these two things will depend on how fast you reach your office, your airport, your destination. In the same way, how fast will you reach your spiritual destination will depend on your mode of sadhana, and it will depend on the acceleration of your purusharth. Each person will reach in his own way, but if you want to reach speedily, then Bhagwan says, follow the updesh that I am giving Arjun in these shlokas. When I tried to figure out what makes one reach speedily, I came across 9 points. If you want, you can take them down. According to me, followed from what Bhagwan is giving Updesh. I think the first thing you need is the sanidhya of a spiritual guru who is enlightened, who has reached the goal. Because only a person who has reached the goal can know how to take you there. And that person will take you there in the way that he has reached there. There may be many roads leading to Rome, but the guru will take you by the road that the guru has walked. The guru cannot take you from somebody else's road. So the sanidhya of the guru, the proximity of the guru is very important. Second, by being in the proximity of the guru, you will be able to recognize your durachar, your moh, your misunderstanding, your calm, your krodh, your lobh. You'll understand where you are going wrong, because sometimes we have buried that durachar, that kida, we have avgun, we have buried it deep down in our psyche. And it is only through the satsangs and the updeshas of the guru that you are able to draw that out. And when it comes to the surface, don't justify it, recognize it. So, Sanidhya of the Guru, spiritual master, recognition of your durachar. Then, having recognized, not justifying, what you'll do? 3, resolve to change it. Not just during satsang, but dedicating your entire life to your highest spiritual goal. That is number 3, according to me. To be able to do that, not easy, definitely not easy. To be able to do that, you have to surrender unconditionally to the Guru. You have to surrender unconditionally to the Shastra, the teachings. No picking and choosing, this part of the Shastra is good and this part is not so good. And you have to surrender unconditionally to your Ishtadev. And when I say surrendering to your Guru, it means to the entire lineage of the Guru. Surrender. Because the Guru cannot do anything without the parampara of the Guru Shishya parampara. So you surrender. When you surrender, you follow the Updesh of the Master. Obviously, without that, you cannot do. When you'll follow the Updesh of the Master with unconditional surrender, what will flow over you, what you will receive is Guru Atma Prasad. That will come to you automatically because you have taken the resolve, you are deciding to transform your life. The Guru's Kripa will automatically help you unconditionally if it is happening. You will become sattvic, fully sattvic. You will become, your antakaran will become fully pure. By becoming fully pure, what do we mean? No more will you hanker after worldly desires, even after sattvic desires. Even if they are looking very noble, even if they are looking very spiritual, you will just not have any hankering over worldly desires. Then all material objects will stop drawing you into sansara. Antakaran will therefore become peaceful. Ananya bhak. Shashvachintam nigachati. Nothing, no, your mind will not go anywhere. It will become peaceful. And when that happens, Bhagwan comes, Yoga Kshema, Bhagwan comes, supports you, and carries you from that sattvic state to the divine state beyond tamas, rajas, sattva. This, according to me, is a plan that can work. But don't take my word for it. You experiment. You see what works for you. Because Bhagwan tells Arjun Kaunteya, Pratijanihi, know it for certain. What does it mean, know it for certain? Not just that I am telling you, not that it is written in the Gita. Know it for certain, make it your own truth. When you can make it your own truth through your own implementation of the sadhana, then there should be no doubt. Then there should be no confusion. Then there should be no fear in this path. Then there should be no hesitation to follow this path. Right? And it's coming from Bhagwan's own lips. So, how can one have a doubt about it? Right? So follow the steps. If you feel you can do it, just do it and attain your highest fulfillment. That is Bhagwan's promise over here in Shlok 30 and 31. Next Thursday, I think we will finish the entire 9th chapter. Till then, food for thought, lot of food for thought. Om. 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 Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Chidarpana. Jai Gurudev. Thank you so much for joining. God bless you all. Thank you, Zoom team.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
God
ma'am.
Thank you,
bless.
ma.
Pranam, ma.
Thank you, Meera. Pranam, ma. Good night, all.
God bless all.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Meera. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you, Ma.
God bless. God bless. God bless.
Thank you, everyone.
God
Pranam, Ma.
bless Carrier. God bless Elena. God bless all.
Pranam.
God
Thank you,
bless.
Meera. Sorry.
God bless.
Thank you, ma.
God bless. God bless.